Yo, we got 5 games today, man. I know I set the live today and I couldn't make it. Really something important to do, important things come first over everything, right? However, we're back today, 5 games today. Probably gonna take it easy. Never know. Got some middling games today. We'll see, right? I was all over Gogo Bataze today. I liked his rebounds. I bet his rebounds. I took his rebounds at 6.5. Marketing rebounds, but the game didn't play out along with the threes for Stephen Curry, right? So a few other spots I liked. I did take a stab at um, um, Nick Richards rebounds, but hey, today was not a winning day for me. It's a lot of blowouts, man. A lot of blowouts been happening. So let's get right into today's games, right? Not a lot, right? So my had a little few things acting up to me on me today. So hopefully, things are loading correctly for me. And we're experiencing a little bit of difficulties. But either way it goes, Chicago Bulls at Toronto Raptors. We have a 225 over under in this spot. Chicago Bulls favored by 2 on the road. Long story short, both of these teams they've been giving up 3 ball as of late. I checked some numbers here. Last 10 games. Last 10 games, 3 pointers, opponents 3 pointers made here. Chicago Bulls number 3, and then Toronto Raptors number 7. Both teams has been giving up the 3 ball. Well, you can look at Chicago all season long. These are on the numbers on the season. So right here. So on the seasons, the Bulls have been giving up the 3 ball to the number 2 position. So that's probably if we get somebody like Gary Trent Jr. to start again, then it is what it is. I think he went 8 for 9. So if he's still hot, uh, then it's a go. Last time these two teams played, he had he went 4 6 for 3. Scotty Barnes, he had a double double. And so on and so forth. Emmanuel Quickly and Kobe White probably be matched up here. I like the matchup between both of the guys. Don't know if I'm pull the trigger on either one of them, but I do like the matchup. And I think the best matchup on the board here is probably going to be Vucevic, right? So Chicago Bulls is one of the teams that when they run out they starting five like Vucevic and Drummond and shit, you just don't run. You don't. They don't. They play their style of basketball. You just don't run Vucevic off the floor, right? So tonight, uh, Thaddeus Young ended up playing about 28 minutes. He got the bulk of the minutes going up against Bam Adebayo. Uh, they end up blowing the Heat the fuck out, right? Tonight, I don't know who you're gonna see. You might see some. I forget the kid's name. The other center, because I imagine they're gonna need some size here. So you might see more of Porter. So however, Toronto decides to do it, we'll see. So the double double, I jumped on the double double for Vucevic. I put it in my parlay pieces over there, and that came out to minus 200, right? So I did add them to my parlay piece, and I'll show you the other parlay piece that I have in store here. But the 3 balls are in play here, and as far as the side here, I don't have a side. Moving it along to the next game here, it's going to be the Washington Wizards at the New York Knicks. We don't have any lines out for the New York Knicks outside of Jalen Brunson. I can talk about this game as a whole because um, we know Washington is terrible, right? So looking at some of the looking at some of the looking at some of the things for Washington. I mean, you can look at the point guard position. Washington is top 10 in giving up points to the point guard, along with number 3 in giving up assists to the point guard, and fancy points to number 2, giving up number 2 most fancy points to the point guard. Number 4 most uh, fancy points to the shooting guard, points to the shooting guard. They just, that's one spot that they've been okay at. Small forward though, most points, uh, most rebounds, second most assists, fourth most threes, and I'd imagine number one in fantasy score. And the list goes on and on and on. I mean, the power forwards, um, they top 10, and definitely they're so bad versus the center, right? So speaking of center, there will be no Daniel Gafford. Um, and then I'll have interest in Marvin Bagley. Maybe his points plus rebounds, whatever the case may be, right? I don't know how involved offensively he's going to be, but I expect him to make his debut today, right? So Marvin Bagley is going to be an interesting piece. I might sprinkle something on his numbers just to see, but I want to see where they're at. It'll be a while probably before we see what they're going to be. Now, Hmm. Hardenstein, he's in a great spot there. You can look at his points plus rebounds, double double, PRAs, stuff like that. I'm probably going to add him to at least tease him down to a rebound prop and put him in my parlay or something like that. Dante DiVincenzo, right? I'm gonna like the three ball for him, and whatever his if his rebound prop comes out at 3.5, more than likely I'm gonna take a stab at it. Might put in a parlay, something like that, tease it down, or just take a stab at it, right? So if it comes out at 3.5, I like it, right, in this matchup. Okay. Everybody else is self-explanatory. Your Randalls, your Brunsons, and stuff like that. I'm just talking about the other guys, right? Next game on this docket we're going to talk about is going to be the Oklahoma City Thunder at the Utah Jazz, right? So a whole ton of things to like in this spot here. We have a 246 over under, right? Pace up matchup. We do know it's a pace up matchup for the for the Utah Jazz, right? Oklahoma City Thunder on the road. This would have been a back to back for the Jazz, but it's not. So, uh, one of my favorite plays that I was going to yesterday was going to be the rebounds for Laurie Marketing. Now it's gotten all the way up to 9.5. You get a double double for Marketing at minus 105. Last time I checked, and I have interest. Excuse me. I have interest there. I also have interest in the center rebound prop. Right now, you can look at the center. I got the hiccups out of nowhere. Oklahoma City Thunder giving up the fifth most rebounds to the center. That'd probably be John Collins probably coming out starting at the center. And then at the power forward spot, you can look at right here, you can look at Laurie Markkinen, right? You can also look at Laurie Markkinen threes and points. Okay. Now, it's a few other spots that you can look at here throughout the game. Speaking of, we can look at the 3 pointers, right? So, Oklahoma City Thunder to the point guard position, they're giving up the second most threes. Um, don't know about the shooting guard. Oh, they're giving up the second most threes to the shooting guard position as well. Last 10 games, as we can see, last 10 games. Let's see, I have it filtered to the last 10 games. Oklahoma City Thunder opponents 3 pointers made. They're around 13th in the last 10 games, so they're getting a little bit better. However, I do have interest in the three ball for a few guys on this team. Am I going to pull a trigger? I don't know, but like I said, you can get 1.5 threes for Colin Sexton at a plus 104. Don't know if I'm gonna go to Jordan Clarkson, but the plus 186 is not a rim of possibilities. And then Laurie Markin at a 2.5. I think that's definitely in play. So Shai Alexander, his points. I don't think neither one of these guys can guard him. Um, 31.5 at a minus 106 is an intriguing play to me. So I have real interest there. Don't know if he's still banged up or not, but it's definitely I definitely have interest there. This game is starting to shape up to be something like a really really nice looking same game parlay atmosphere. So couldn't be mad if you go to a same game parlay atmosphere in this game, right? But points wise and stuff like that. Marketing points. Colin Sexton's in that 19 had. Jordan Clarkson points are in play. Even John Collins points and rebounds are in play as well, right? We're getting the whole kid in the caboodle right now. We even got Walker Kessler's numbers out. So it's going to be a tricky game. You know, I stick to the highest usage players if I'm doing same game parlays. Get in, get out, things of that nature, right? So, what else? Oh, 111. Shai Gillis Alexander, the 1-1-1-1-1 for FanDuel, he's definitely in play. All right. It's gonna have somebody out there like Clarkson, Sexton, two midgets out there, possibly get a chance to block one of their shots. If he blocks one of those shots, it's damn near an automatic hit because he's a real thief. He steals the ball at a very high rate. So he's in play for that. And yeah, that just about sums it up. Great atmosphere, great same game parlay atmosphere in this game here. Memphis Grizzlies at Minnesota Timberwolves, and not one of my favorite games to target. Shout out to the Grizzlies for fucking up my parlay. Actually, the Grizzlies and New Orleans Pelicans. Last time I recorded, that was probably the day before yesterday. They smoked me. They fucked me up. Right, both of them lost. They fucked me up big time. I ain't even gonna lie. However, this is a new day. Technically, I give you. I mean, it is what it is, man. I mean, I can't look towards the Memphis Grizzlies in this spot. What I can do here is I'm looking at the parlay piece for the Rudy Gobert at a -210. You put these two together, Vucevic and Rudy Gobert, you'll get a plus 121. If you're feeling froggy, you can add in a double double for Laurie Marklin at a -101. That I couldn't talk you off of that. I would straight bet that though. But if you want to put it in as a parlay piece, that's okay with me as well. All right. But not gonna look too much in this. There is some blowout risk, but it is what it is. Karl Anthony Towns is in a wonderful spot here. I think Anthony Towns has hit his point prop in like 8 of his last 10 games. I want to say so he's been really playing some decent basketball. Uh, I probably won't mess with his prop either. I ain't even gonna lie, I probably won't mess with his prop either. But just keep you informed. He is in a good spot here, right? It's in an okay spot here, all right. Uh, but I'm not gonna mess with his prop. I ain't even gonna do that. Looking at outlier here, um, like I said, he has hit this number in eight out of his last 10 games at 21 and a half. Fishy number here, 21 and a half in this spot. Head to head versus this team. Last time these two teams played on the 24th, he did hit this number. He had 24 points. And then, like I said, I did like Rudy Gobert here. I don't know if I could, if this it's going to allow me to put up some Rudy Gobert numbers. Rudy Gobert is probably in the best possible spot on this team, if you ask me. Um, double doubles here. He has a double double in 8 of his last 10 games, as you can see right there. Double double in 8 of his last 10. Head to head versus this team. Um, he's 1 for 6. But the last time these two teams played, he did have a double double. Interesting. That's fucking interesting there. Let me see. See what happened. He must have been scoring points on these guys. So head to head, rebounds. He had 20-point rebounds versus these guys this year. Then on the fourth, he ended up having 4 rebounds. I know motherfuckers was mad there. 3 of his last 6 games, he had double digit rebounds there. Points versus this team here, he had how's he been looking like? Last 2 games, he had double digit points, including this game. We had an awesome game, 16 points, 20 rebounds. So we'll see, right? We'll see. But either way I go, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go for the double double as a parlay piece. It is what it is, right? Hopefully he gets it in and gets out of there. You feel me? So I'll be looking at the double double for him as a parlay piece. Last game on the docket tonight would be the um, Indiana Pacers at Sacramento Kings here. And hey, this is going to be a same game parlay atmosphere here. I expect Pascal Siakam to play. I expect him to play. As far as the move, I like the move. I like the move, right? Somebody who's going to get their shot for sure. He's going to get there. He's going to be able to go out there and get their shot for sure, right? Then you got somebody like Mathurin, right? Mathurin's able to get his shot. Sometimes he's off, whatever the case may be with that. But um, Pascal Siakam can handle the ball. He's done it, for numerous years over there in Toronto. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see how they see how this holds up, right? Defensively, I don't know how much defense he adds to the value he adds to the team because we do have some numbers where where the Indiana Pacers were very like super terrible versus the power forward spot, as you can see. Um, rebounds versus the power forward spot. They're giving up the third most rebounds, and then points they are giving up the most points to the power forward spot. So I don't know if he's gonna help in that category, but he's definitely gonna have make them power forwards play some defense because Pascal Siakam could be all over the court, right? On the flip side, it's just not one prop that I really want to point out here. So I'm gonna be looking at this one for a same game parlay atmosphere here. I mean, you got Sabonis, you got Murray, Keegan Murray out there shooting threes. You got a pace up matchup for both of these teams. What else can I point out here? Like I said, last 10 games, Sacramento Kings have been giving up the most threes, right? They've been giving up the most threes. So you can look at some 3-point shooters, guys like Buddy Hill. Buddy Hill might be on the move later, right? Kevin Herter might get the start, and he's not good defensively. You could look at somebody like Ben Mathurin out there getting his hoop on. So it's gonna be a lot, man. This is gonna be a same game parlay atmosphere for me. Any of these tools, this is a free tool, NBA.com, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You guys got any questions about any of this stuff? Just let me know. With that being said, guys, peace out, man. Peace out. Might go live, might not. We'll see.